Kenzie, we're just going to do the calling song. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kirby Redwood. I'm the CEO of Miskanawah Community Services, and I'd like to welcome you here this morning to our report to the community 2022. Just wanted everybody to know that we got started with our offerings to the elder. This is an extension of our cultural practices, of our cultural mandate, of Miskanawah's cultural mandate of protecting the smudge. So we made our offerings, and now what we're going to do is just hear from various people within Miskanawah's circle about what we did this past year, about what our impact was. This is an oral traditional way of validation, of truthing, of communicating and demonstrating that we, to the best of our ability, acknowledge that responsibility in protecting the smudge and conducted ourselves accordingly this last year. You get to hear from families themselves in sharing their stories of impact. Yes, we do our traditional annual reports and our various reports to funders, but this is at the heart of Miskanawah. This is what's most important to us, is when we're lighting the smudge, when we're protecting the smudge, and we're doing that in ceremony and holding ourselves accountable in that way. Last year, we made offerings about how we're going to move forward as an organization, and we did just that. Yes, it was a year of growth and change for Miskanawah, and some significant change that's impacted so many of our staff and so many of our families, and it's been a challenge and a struggle. But with that, with leading with the smudge, we look forward to it. The grandfathers and grandmothers tell us that we're doing what we can. As you guys know, Miskanawah is a Cree word, and it translates to many little roads, pathways, and that is representative of the individual journeys that we each have, whether you're staff, family, elders, it doesn't matter. We all have our own journey, and it's our journey. And so Miskanawah is about creating space, creating safety and opportunities for people to do just that. And so you're going to hear a little bit from our families about what that looks like. And we just look forward to moving forward in 2022 and 2023 in doing just that, and protecting the smudge, and being creative and innovative in how we continue to meet our families and create opportunities and offer them and invite them into our circles of supports, our circles of culture, and our circles of community, so they can address their own paths and create their own paths to healing and well-being. And so with that, I welcome you on behalf of Miskanawah staff and families. And we're going to have a few words from our board chair, Bruce here. He's going to share a few words. And then right after that, we're going to go into our pipe ceremony. And when we do our pipe ceremony, we'll shut off the video and for a few minutes for our elder, Patrick Daigneault, to do that. And maybe before I hand it off to Bruce, I'll get Pat just to talk a little bit about that, about the pipe ceremony itself and what's happening right now. Patrick.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Pat. Like what Kirby was saying, during our pipe ceremony, we don't want it. We don't take pictures or record because of the sacredness of it, because of the offering, the tobacco, the smudge, the prayer that goes along with filling the pipe. But I just want everybody, while we're doing the pipe and while we're smoking the pipe, I ask everyone just to, to say a little prayer for yourself and for your family and your loved ones while we're smoking the pipe. We'll also sing a few songs, the sacred songs that we sing during our pipe ceremony. So I encourage everyone just to go into prayer while we're sitting here in a circle and sharing, some of the stories and some of the challenges that Miskanawah has faced this past year. But, one of the things we find that when we do the cultural part of Miskanawah, things always unfold for us in a good way, especially for Miskanawah and its families, because that's who we work for. We work for these little ones that are sitting here with us, and the families, the men and the women. So it's very important for us, especially for me as a Cree elder, that family first is very important. So I sit here and I pray for those families. I pray for those little ones and those children. So with that, people, I ask everyone just to go into a prayer. There's no right way and wrong way of praying. Just say something special to our Creator, our families, and our children. Aho, thank you.
Thanks, Pat. Bruce?
Great, thank you, Brother Kirby and Pat. My name is Bruce Randall. I've been blessed to be part of the Miskanawah family for about 6 or 7 years. Last 3 years as the board chair. The board is made up of 11 individuals from the community who volunteer our time and our passion to ensure that the children, youth, and families are comforted and well supported. At the end of the day, our role is to be the stewards of Miskanawah, which really means at the end of the day, helping Kirby and his amazing team do the amazing work. And so we're very blessed to be as part of this inner circle. We have one of our Wokotowin directors here today, Bill Dixon. And Wokotowin is our recognition, again, a Cree word meaning the interconnectedness of all things. And so as board members, we take that extremely seriously. And we want to make sure that Kirby and his team have the time, resources, and finances to do the amazing work that they do. And so we're just brothers and sisters on the same journey. And we've been very blessed to be part of this amazing team. So welcome, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks, Bruce.
Good morning, everyone. I am Mikusisi Esquel, Nitsigasin, Red Rattle Woman. My given name is Loretta. I was acting as a team leader of Mama Tuscowin. So the creation story of Mama Way comes from Kirby and Patrick working together, wanting to create a different experience for Indigenous children by reducing the number of children in foster care. They chose to do this in a healing way through the lodge and ceremony, where Kirby took proposals after proposals asking for permission to proceed. He was often turned away. Then one time he had invited some partners, BGCC and Enviros, to come to the lodge. And it was during this lodge that Kirby was given permission from our ancestors, the grandmothers and the grandfathers to proceed. They told him to work with the partners and to call the program Mama Way a Tuscowin, which means a group of people coming together to work as one. When I think of our ancestors, the white buffalo spirit comes to mind, mainly because of the teachings received from our elders in circle and ceremony. During one circle, I was asked by our elder, "What is your team name?" In my response, "I think Team A." Thus began the teachings. This needs to be amended. You need a name, a spirit name. That is our identity. That is who we are. And this name, the spirit, will guide you and your team and protect you along the journey. I had gathered my offerings, prayers, and thoughts from the team and delivered them to the lodge. We were gifted a beautiful name, Wapasik Pascua Mostos, White Buffalo Warriors. The teaching is that the buffalo herd gathers around the little ones and then faces the storm and sees it through to the other side. The ancestors and the spirits have guided us and supported us in the work with our families over the years. I think the strongest value that stands out for me is community, which is a part of the work that we do in guiding inclusive principles in terms of agencies, values, and walking a pathway which is not over or below families. It's alongside them in their journey. And when you participate and show up as community, it strengthens the path and all the other values fall into place as a part of a network. I've spent a lot of time over the years reflecting on linking the ways that we're working within a system, utilizing agency values such as community and the parallel value of network in the Western concepts and policies that also guide us. In a recent teaching around Nitsiigasin, which is in the Western way, translates loosely to "my name is." However, when we envelop our Cree way, it means "my belly button belongs to." And Nitsi is in the root of the word, which is belly button. And so I see that the connection of how my belly button belongs to my mother and my mother's belly button belongs to her mother. It's that matriarchal connection. But the children are at the root of that connection. We work with children by working with their mothers and fathers and supporting and guiding them. This is a story of connection which guides us to where we come from and who we are and how we can strengthen our family's values by keeping the children at the center. Part of our journey includes the medicines. Smudge is ceremony, as they also allow us to practice with families in a traditional way by connecting us to teachings about medicines as we smudge, which creates space for sometimes hard conversations. And at the end of this, we take the cloth and the medicines to the lodge, sometimes on the family's behalf, and if they're ready and able to, then we take it alongside their offerings to the lodge. This is a representation of how we're able to work holistically with families and is especially important during times of grief, loss, hurt, and anguish. Out at the lodge, I also think about what seeds are being planted, about what ideas and hopes and dreams are being taken up and how this might impact the future. It is a healing approach. It is stemmed from the family stories, which we are privileged to hear. I wanted to share some of the gifts and connections that have come up, not only for myself, but for the overall program, where there is a need for being part of ceremonies, which different guiding elders supported us. We've had Patrick taking care of us at the lodge, different ceremonies coming into our office to give us the extra cleansing and support during difficult times in our journey. And I recall a very strong and impactful pipe ceremony led by Camille and Lucy Russell for staff and community members. During this time, there was a part of the ceremony where we intended to let go of something troubling. And Lucy had stood up and said, "We need to sing this song." And she sang a song, which we now understand to know to be the old Blackfoot Woman song. When you close your eyes and experience feeling surrounded and connected to not only your own grandmothers, but also the community of grandmothers that guides us. Lucy then told us that she was guided to sing this song, and she gifted this song to Mama Tuscowan on behalf of the ancestors and the grandmother spirit. She told us, that is the work we do. It is very heavy and it is hard. We're not intended to carry it or do it alone. And when we need strength and encouragement, we sing this song to remind us, to help us during those times. And we were meant to tell the woman to sing the song when they're tired, when they want to give up, because they are the backbone of the family. Sing this song when you wash your babies, when you cook, when you clean, when you sweep the floors, when you pick your medicines. Sing this song for strength and for power, and not to give up when you're tired. And for the men, when you hear this song, it reminds you of your mothers, your daughters, your sisters, your grandmothers, and it reminds not to scare their womenfolk, not to control them, but to provide and protect for them. That is what their job is done. Hi. I would like to invite my sisters to come and sing a song with me. Erin and Chantel. No. Right now, I'd like to introduce Jordan Joseph. She's going to be doing a prayer dance for all of us. Hi, hi.
I have to use the mic. Tanse, Mainando, Nia Coapscasit Piesu Squeo. Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Jordan Joseph. I am a proud Cree Métis woman. My spirit name's White Thunderbird Woman. I'd like to start by reciting a prayer. I had it almost memorized, and then this morning, my brain was completely fogged, perhaps because I feel that I'm being visited today by my ancestors, which they will guide me through my movement, and you will see that shortly. Dancing and a healing prayer. My strength comes from they, my grandfathers, in the heart of the mountains. My strength comes from she, my grandmothers, the rivers running through her veins. My strength comes from the thunderbirds, who were created and gifted with the power to heal all living beings. My strength comes from they, the wise ones, who bring gifts of teachings from the direction of the north. I come from resilience. I come from power. I come from natural laws. I come from the elements. I come from fighters. I come from healers. I come from wise ones. I come from Creator. I come from Mother Earth. I come from a warrior. I am strength. I am healing. I am my ancestors. I dance because it is healing. I dance because it is a healthy form of self-expression where I can move my body in rhythm to a heartbeat full of sound, vibration, and prayer, a song. When I dance, I feel a power surge enter through my body, and so quickly it feels like the drum beat takes over my body. I have full control of my body and of my mind and connect to my spirit. The medicine of the drumbeat calls for my movement, so I answer back and move. I move because my ancestors are calling me to. I move because it heals me, and I share this healing with my people, with all Indigenous people and all non-Indigenous people, as I walk in two worlds as a Cree Métis woman. I create a story of healing through dance, song, and prayer. And today, I share this with all of you in this room. I am also being told to remind those with headphones on that the music might start off loudly. Hi, hi. Hold on 1 second.
pathways on our song.
Good morning, welcome to Miskanawah. You're here for a meeting in our gathering space. We'd like to just get down the hallway to your right and through the kitchen. Thank you and have a wonderful visit. Hello, welcome to our gathering place.
In Creator's name, it is I, Candace, sacred face-painted woman. On behalf of Miskanawah's East and West Family Indigenous Resource Networks, Indigenous Early Intervention Team. To WOW, welcome, come in. We have made space for you.
Our year has been quite different for all of us. We took this as an opportunity for growth. We adjusted into online programming and delivered bundles of cultural teachings and crafts while we upgraded our spaces and got ready to welcome all of your beautiful faces through our doors.
Hello, this is Roxanne Ferguson. I am answering the question of how has the connection to culture through Miskanawah helped me, my family, and my community. The connection to the Iskwiwak circles have been substantially helpful. I've been enrolled in the last 3, and I've absolutely needed them. Natalie and Ron, I love it that we have cultural teachings, land acknowledgements. I love it that we can just go around and share our circles or share our feelings. It's like a community counseling session, but it's all women, so everyone feels comfortable. It's all Indigenous women as well, so it's also very comfortable that way to be able to have that sense of community with other Indigenous women. I feel is so important, and sometimes it lacks. I know that it's been a very big struggle for me to connect to my Métis culture, and I'm so happy that at least I can connect to my Cree side through Miskanawah, and I get to learn new language, new cultural teachings that are tied to smudging or sacred medicines or the 7 grandfather teachings. It's all a great journey, and I feel like it's really helped me with having an outlet, but also building community and solidarity with those people, knowing that you're not alone, especially with the whole absence of family here in Calgary, and having these women to talk to have just been very, very helpful. And I can talk about my own struggles with my own culture, and then people can relate to them or offer me guidance, and that's been really impactful. So thank you, Miskanawah.
Hi, my name's Melissa. I'm a single mom to a now 1.5-year-old, and I started coming to Miskanawah programs when my son was only 4 weeks old. I started going to Miss Natalie's baby singing class, and it has really helped me as a parent to feel more connected to another caring person. I think has been really important to me. Miss Natalie is just such a wonderful resource and caring support in our lives. Having access to the cultural teachings, especially being gifted and getting to learn the songs, has been so helpful for me as a parent to come back to those in tough moments. And my son really loves the songs, and when we're having, he's freaking out at a diaper change or something, I start singing the songs and he just calms right down because they're so familiar to him. And also having access to the medicines has been so wonderful. It's really hard as an urban person to get access to medicines, and having them, having the sweetgrass in his window, just makes me feel like he's safer in there. And having the smudge to be able to smudge after we've had a hard day really helps me to feel calm and grounded as a parent, and having those teachings available to me and also to Asher as he grows up really helps us a lot. I think one of my goals is to be a really calm, grounded parent, and also for Asher to get to see that there are so many different cultures in this world. So even though we are not Indigenous, getting to attend these programs and for him to learn some of the Cree language, these different teachings from different Indigenous cultures around Canada, I think really broadens my parenting perspective and also his horizons as he grows up in Canada. I think it's a really important step towards reconciliation for us to have access to these programs and to make them, you know, public, that we can be learning alongside a lot of other families. For the cultural piece as well, having access to use the drums in the center, and then to get the materials to make our own drumstick, and potentially in the future to have the different crafts that we'll be able to do, the cultural crafts. It gives my son really tactile learning opportunities to get to craft. And then again, for me as a parent, building these things together with a group builds that sense of community and that sense that I'm connected to other people, even if we're online. And it helps me to pass along these teachings to him. So the Miskanawah programs have really impacted our family in a positive way. We're so grateful that we have access to them, and we hope that they expand so that all the families in Calgary could benefit.
Hello, my name is Kendall Kruger. I am part of the Métis Region 3 in Alberta. I came upon the Miskanawah Birth Keepers program online, and reading through their synopsis of what they had to offer was very exciting for me. It's something that I was really looking forward to starting. Now that we've been in the program for a few sessions, I've been very pleasantly surprised at what has been passed on to us. The group is very welcoming and open, and has been very informative and connective for myself and the others. I've noticed a huge sense of community since the day that we started, and the amount of culture that has been brought forward to us has been absolutely amazing. It's exactly what I was looking for, if not more, and I'm really excited to continue on to see what else has been passed on. As it has been for many other people, culture in my family was something in the past that we were not able to be proud of. It was something to be hidden. And now that we have the opportunity to bring that back, I've noticed a difference in my family as well. They've all been very excited to hear the outcome after each session, and to bring back some of the teachings that had, I guess, not so much been lost, but more been buried over time. And just seeing those things brought back through what I've learned has been an awesome experience for the whole family. So I guess, long story short, it's an amazing program. I hope that it's passed on to many others. And I'm very excited to continue on and pass this on to the upcoming generations as well.
Hi, my name is Melissa Victor, and I am talking about my experience with Miskanawah and how it has enriched myself and my daughter's life. How has the connection and culture through Miskanawah impacted your relationship to yourself, family, and community? We had looked for a mom's group during COVID 2020 to attend, and we're not very lucky. And through a friend, where we're actually connected and told about Miskanawah and their Little Wonders group. And during that time, at 3 months old, I have registered both myself and my daughter Abigail to sign up for the Little Wonders group. We had signed up through Zoom, and through that we were drumming and singing and reading with Miss Natalie, who happens to be Abigail's favorite person. And as someone like myself, being able to connect with my culture and with drumming and singing and witness my child do drum and sing herself at 21 months of age is a huge goal that is amazing in my eyes. And right now, both myself and Abigail and her little sister attend the Little Wonders group on Tuesdays, and it's been great.
Hi, my name is Cindy Ryan. I'm age 47. I have 3 children, ages 7, 14, and 25. I was taken from my birth mom at age 2 with a baby brother, and my brother and I were adopted into a white family at age 28 when I was 28 months. I'm doing this video for Nurturing Parenting through Miskanawah. I have finished nurturing parenting courses through CUPS, and I learned what I had to do to become a nurturing parent, but I didn't know how to do some of this stuff. I didn't know how to look inside and figure out the confusion. So I felt very blessed when I was referred to Nurturing Our Spirit, Nurturing Parenting program through Miskanawah. When I heard the drumming and singing in the circle, it gave me a very comforting feeling, a feeling that I had felt before, even before I was adopted. I knew I was in the right place with the right people, and I continually know this because I feel my spirit move. And when I hear other sisters in circle speak, I get goosebumps and my arm hair stands on end. When I was asked to do this video, I sat down and made a list of how circle is helping me in my life, and I'm just going to share this list. Circle is finally helping me understand how important it is to create an inner safe space and exactly what that means. I'm learning to change the narrative in my head from a negative to a positive, and Circle is helping me to heal all the hurt that I've been feeling for the last 20 or 30 years. Circle helps me connect to other amazing souls and spirit, and this helps me understand that I am not alone. Circle also helps me to remember to appreciate and be open to all the gifts Creator gives to me, like hearing pine cones snap open, hearing the birds sing every single morning, even if it's at 4 a.m, seeing the sun rise and set every day, and appreciating the magical moon. Circle shows me I do have so many sisters on this earth, and Circle helps me to connect with them. Circle is helping me heal generational trauma, not just between my kids and I, or my parents and I, but also my ancestors. Circle is giving me courage to seek out my biological family and to find out whose generous spirit saves my life over and over from my addictions and continual self-sabotage. Circle is saving me and my family from enduring negative cycles over and over that my ancestors have already endured. Circle is helping me to lose the bitterness and anger that used to have such a tight grasp on me. Circle is helping me remember that I want my kids to have a life they don't need to recover from. Circle is giving me courage to go out of my apartment and not be afraid of the COVID. Circle is finally, at age 47, helping me to heal my own terrified but so brave inner child, whose name is different than my own. Circle is helping me to understand and truly believe in who I am and what my gifts are. And Circle is helping me to shed the blanket of shame and to gather in warmth with my sisters. And for this, I am truly grateful, and so are my kids, and so is my whole family. Thank you, and all my relations.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce Niosinohkam, Indigenous on Visitation program, with some of our participants' oral testimonies. Here they are.
I wanted to share with you about the home support program and what it's done for our family. We first were exposed to it with working with Patrick and Patricia, and they were helping our family to heal from some domestic violence and abuse that our home had endured, our family had endured. And when I had Natasha come on board afterwards, the questions she would ask would be more about our well-being rather than just about finances. A lot of the other supports in the community are just logistical. Do you have a house to live in? Do you have food to eat? Do you have clothes to wear? But really what was coming down to it was that our well-being needed improving. And that started with things as simple as, have you had a shower this week? Never mind today. Do your kids have a lot of times when they're crying? Are they sleeping okay? Are you sleeping okay? How's your dishes? Are you caught up? What can I do to help you? And yes, absolutely. When the home support person knew that I needed a bit of help with groceries or gas or food or clothes, we were connected to the resources that we needed. But overall, the consistency of being able to just reach out and connect when I'm having a cloudy-headed day and I just can't think through what I'm supposed to do, I could just reach out and text to Natasha and just say, I need to just chat through what's going on so that I can clear my head. And whether it was just logistic stuff, scheduling, or whether it was emotional stuff that was going on with the kids. All my kids have PTSD and it shows up in different ways. I have PTSD and there's a lot of anxiety and depression and mood swings going on in our home. And so Natasha made sure that as the mom, I was making sure I smudged and cleansed my heart and my body regularly so that I could be whole for my kids, but whole for myself first. And I think that's one of the most valuable things that we've gained from this home support system is that we were supported as a whole. Thank you very much.
Miskanawah has helped me and my little family in so many ways, like just having a support worker over every week to talk to really helps with my mental health. And another thing is when my family is in need of something, they're there the next day to bring it to you.
Miskanawah's connection to culture has many great positive impacts, not only with myself, but with my family and community. Smudging is a very important part of my cultural practice, and I have been given the strength to ask for support from my housing community to recognize it as part of my religious practice. Having access to elder support has helped me to overcome difficult times in my life. My father has passed on at the beginning of this year. Without elder support, I was lost and not able to find the strength to cope with it. Miskanawah has helped me to reach my goals and is still there throughout my next life challenges. I have taken a college degree class, and I was worried I would not be able to balance single mom life and school life at the same time. I fortunately was able to do both with the help of Miskanawah's Little Wonders program. My son is on track and loves learning new things. I thankfully graduated college and I'm on my way to university. Thank you for helping me throughout my son's first few years. I would not be where I am today without Miskanawah's help.
Good morning. My name is Kanku. I am very proud to Miss Kanawa and the program AB, especially with Venus. She helped me with everything. I know her for 3 years now. She visits me at home. She brings toys for my children and food banks too. I like to continue with her service because she's supporting me and my family. Me and my family. Sorry, my English is not very good. And if you Christmas, she's coming, she helped me in the Christmas. Santa coming my house, my children is very happy. I'm so happy for continue with Venice and Miss Kanawa. Thank you. Have a good day.
You went and took part in the Brainworks program a couple of times because you liked it so much, right? Yeah?
I think like 3 times.
I think you
Maybe
did.
4. I can't remember.
You did it a lot. What was your favorite part about it?
Just like stories and blah blah blah.
Stories and blah, blah, blah. That's awesome. Did you do the powwow dancing?
Uh-huh.
Did you like that too?
Yeah.
Did you do powwow dancing before, or was this your first time learning?
Yeah, I think I did it before at school. Yeah.
Okay, yeah?
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? So if we did that again, would you like to be part of Brainworks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was really cool to have you there.
Uh-huh.
And we'll do it in person next time.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Doesn't it? And I think that Janice mentioned that the next one that we're going to do is about the medicine wheel. So do you know anything about the medicine wheel?
There's 4 things.
Okay.
There's 4 colors.
Yeah.
There's a black, white, yellow, red, and sometimes blue instead of white, and sometimes blue instead of black.
You're right. You know way more than I do. You do. Maybe you should teach it. Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up?
An astrophysicist.
I could see that. That's awesome.
What I really liked about the Brainword program was like the games and the stories.
Hello, my name is Carlene Van Dyke, and I'm a crisis worker with the RAISE program. I would like to share how working with Miskanawah and its cultural healing resources and teachings has impacted me in my work with Miskanawah, as well as my work as a teacher counselor. I've been very grateful and blessed to have received all of the knowledge thus far and teachings, been introduced to the knowledge and wisdom of Elder Blair, which is immeasurable, the impact it has on me. My awareness of what has happened to Indigenous culture, and just recognition of the importance of recognizing that, of reconciliation, acknowledgement, just allows me to have such a different perspective than one I grew up with. And I really appreciate that, because we're all humans and we deserve dignity and love from everyone. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Philip No Shields. Today we're going to be talking about Diamond Willow and just talking about how wonderful this place is and how it brought me to be this wonderful person today.
Keep going.
The elders are trying to tell us something. Anyways, yeah, yeah, and I want to advertise this today. I suggest you fellow people can join Miskanawah.
Why? Why?
Because Miskanawah is a way of gathering and meeting new people and getting along and becoming one family. I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know.
So, what has made Miskanawah a family to you, or Diamond Willow?
Well, Miskanawah itself, which is part of Miskanawah, and there's another program called Escapios, which is part of Miskanawah. And I say Miskanawah really changed a lot of people in a very big way, and it brought people together. It made a big impact on people, and the more, I guess.
How did it make an impact? What do you think impacted you joining Diamond Willow?
Diamond Willow helped me heal from all my past wounds, like the trauma from foster care and like all that, like depression, And Miskanawah is a place for people to heal and find help for young youth and like people that were like stuck in a dark place right now. But,
Like, how have we done that? Like, what programs do you think have really helped you?
Mostly the the elder at times, like
the elder hours.
Elder hours, yeah, and we get together as elders. Yeah, their elders tell us teach us how to fight our demons and how to become I guess a brand new person.
Yeah. And what about like ceremonies or like cultural teachings? How have you seen that here at Diamond Willow?
Well, I gone to sweat lodges many times in Miskanawah itself, and all the ceremonies smudging and the sweat lodges and the campings itself. It really did a lot and messages people to come.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to say about Diamond Willow?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and clowns, today we're going to be talking about anyways, the end.
Diamond Willow
to the action.
My name is Caleb Mistaken Chief, and I'm one of the fellow comers to Diamond Willow Youth Lodge. And what makes me come here every day is you get fun and games, crafts. Not only that, but you also get to learn about the culture and what it means to be indigenous. And and along the way we'll have some fun field trips like going camping, making adults, sweat lodges to get more spiritually empowered by the indigenous ways.
Hi, my name is Joanne Pino. I'm Métis from Saskatchewan, and I'm an Indigenous strategy lead here at United Way. I am really happy to be able to offer a few words about the value that Miskanawah brings to the community and our work with them. So I used to be Miskanawah's funding liaison, and we still fund Miskanawah, of course, but I've had the opportunity in the last year when my job changed to be able to work with Miskanawah in a new way. I guess that I'll just mention, first of all, the support they bring to community as to why we fund them and why we work with them. I've seen a lot of positive impact that Miskanawah brings to the community and to the families that it serves. Had the pleasure of being able to meet some of the families in sweat lodges in the past while, and it really touches my heart as to seeing these families being invited out to the land and being able to engage in ceremonies that really is very, very healing and very beautiful to be part of. I also want to say that that positive impact really runs deeply, and Miskanawah is such a caring and authentic organization. They're very good at building relationships, and I think that that's a central principle as to how they approach everything is with relationship building, and then they'll do the work with the community that they need to do. They're also great collaborators. I've worked with them in the past year on a new initiative that is in development called Planet Youth. And so we've been able to work together well and listen to each other's ideas in building the Indigenous parallel to Planet Youth initiative. And that's been really great because they bring their views and their ways of working, which I believe is called their Wakotowin framework. And it really aligns nicely with United Way's own framework and strategy called Igakshtaman. And I think that the people that I've met there at Miskanawah are so kind and so caring. They're creative and smart and really committed to serving community in the best way. So I just want to say that congratulations to you in the last year. It's always been a pleasure working with you, Miskanawah, and I'm happy that I get to continue in a new role with you to continue to do that. Take care.
Burns Memorial Fund has had the privilege of working with Miskanawah, primarily through the Collaborative Funders Table, a group of funders who have been working together for many years and who are currently focused on an initiative to improve employment outcomes for youth who are not in school, employed, or in a training program. Miskanawah has been a committed partner in this initiative since we started on this journey 4 years ago and is now receiving funds from the table for Revision, an innovative program for Indigenous youth that supports them to work with employers who are open to learning about the unique needs of the Indigenous community. Miskanawah has been an ideal partner for this important work. The staff at Miskanawah are exceptional communicators and relationship builders, two key aspects of navigating both the world of employers and that of youth. As a pilot program, there was always an expectation that Revision would change over time. But then you think about the impact of a global pandemic, and Miskanawah has navigated this uncertainty and instability with agility and compassion. One word that immediately comes to mind when I think of Miskanawah is generous. Miskanawah has been very generous with their knowledge to guide us in starting this work off in a good way, generous in introducing us to elders in the community whose wisdom was essential to the success of this initiative, and generous in how they collaborate with the other pilot projects and the broader community. It is always truly a pleasure to work with Miskanawah.
Looking at transformation from the Indigenous perspective is such an important part of our healing journey of connection. It's an important part of community. In all my relations, through human and non-human entities, to show us how to live in a good way. It is about relationship, relationality. A lot of the work we do in community, in the Indigenous community, is about relationality. There's a reason why we say all my relations. It's the quality of our relationships that determine the quality of our lives, both personally and at work. It's about relationality. It's about how we are together in relationship to be able to accomplish something even greater, more beautiful. And with that, I say, hi, all my relations.
Hello. Thank you. So we're just going to wrap up our ceremony with the Go Home song. And just before we do that, I just wanted to say that you've witnessed some stories from families, from staff, from community members about our impact at Miskanawah. And I just wanted to add that those kind of stories of impact happen almost on a daily basis. When you think about the ceremonies, the connection to elders, the medicine harvesting that takes place, all the different types of ceremonies that take place on a land, those kind of stories of people's truth happen on a regular basis. Like many organizations within the Calgary area, Miskanawah is doing this openly with community, in June every single year. But I just want to emphasize how it happens almost daily. Certainly weekly at our ceremonies, you see families coming and making offerings, sitting in prayer and song, sitting in the lodge and making those offerings for their families, for themselves, for the healing. But let's not forget that we're in ceremony, and when people sit in ceremony, they share their truth, and it's their truth. And so we respect it and we honor it by just listening. And listening is sometimes hard to do without wanting to respond. But that's part of our journey, our Wakotuan journey here at Miskanawah in building relatives and building relations. So with that, I thank you for your time. And I'll ask our elder to sing our go home song, and that'll conclude our report to community this afternoon. Hi, hi. All my relations.